MTN SME Hub. Link to growth. Link to success. Link to the ultimate resource for business advice and insights.
Welcome back to the Big Small Business Show. In studio with us today, we've got Prelene, who's the founder of Mantra Publicity. We're talking about, we started off talking about the what type of business are you in, which we'll come to a bit later. And then we start talking about the staffing side. But I want to move to your clients. How do you get your clients?
In the very beginning, it was actively pitching. It was kind of picking out of the pool of brands that we want to work with, contacting them directly, telling them about our business and what we do, asking for an opportunity to pitch, and then putting together really cool strategies and like convincing them to come on board. As of late, the clients have started coming to us, which I think is attributed to our very active online presence, which I am very strict about at the agency. We are very active on our social media, on our website, digital marketing, and our clients now come to us.
Via your own...
yes.
And why do they use you instead of a competitor? Because you have to, I mean, you're in the industry, you know there's a lot of competition in this space. And why... more importantly, do they stay with you if that's a truism? But why do they stay? So why do they come to you and why do they stay?
I think they are obviously attracted at first sight with maybe what they see. I know that a lot of our clients have come to us based on our work that they've seen us do with other clients. And I think our clients stay with us because I think every entrepreneur, agency owner has their own biased opinion. But I think for me, long-term relationships is very important. And being an extension of our clients' team as opposed to working for our clients is what differentiates us. We have had clients that have been with us from the very beginning and are still with us. Just because we offer that like a one-on-one personal interaction, you don't feel like you're just one brand or a number at an agency. You actually get a fully on dedicated team that are willing to work with you and sometimes even just sit with you and talk about everything else apart from business. And that's what's important. It's cultivating holistic relationships.
A tough question from me now is around, if you battle to answer it, I'd understand. But how many of the clients are buying you? In other words, your personality, your versus Mantra Publicity?
Yeah, a tough question, Allon. So I think we're only 5 years old. So I think up until now and still now, they buy into me. I'm trying to find that nice, comfortable balance where Mantra is its own person and they do buy into Mantra. So for the longest time, our public communication has always been Mantra Publicity. I try stay a little bit on the back end of things and let the name speak for itself. But because I am so client facing and I am the business development manager and everything else, they do buy into us.
So then how does that talk to you? You say we're undergoing huge scale. So do you feel the contradiction there? I'm scaling, but they're buying into me. I have limited time. I therefore need employees. Can you feel the split in that happening?
Yes.
So how are you dealing with that?
I don't think I am. That's why I need help. I mean, I'm trying to, because I'm one person and I can't do everything. I am stuck between that rock and a hard place where we are scaling and we are getting so much business on board, but they're buying into me. And then on the other side of things, navigating the workload across the employees. And how do I merge the two? Like, how do I overcome that?
I'm going to ask you a very weird question. Now, I've gone from a hard question to a weird question. Have you consumed a Coca-Cola product in the last 12 months?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's the CEO of Coca-Cola globally?
I have no idea.
Okay. I'll come back to that just now. Okay. Now, let's come back to the employee side. Who do you think the next role would be? You've got all these outsourced people, okay, but there must be a thought in your head as to what the next employee number 4 is going to be doing.
Yes.
What is that?
Yeah, so we currently don't outsource as much work. Everything is done internally at Mantra because I do want to build that base for the agency.
Yeah.
There's two roles that I've identified that would be our next step, right? So the first one would possibly be a strategist. There needs to be somebody that comes in on strategy across PR and social media because I cannot get to those sorts of things. That's for the current client base. And then the next thing would be somebody that kind of goes between content creation and video editing, because that's a place that we are getting a lot of work in and we're not able to get through it quick enough. And then also just to level up what we currently do.
Okay, and next time, it feels like this whole interview is all about either hard or weird questions. Okay. Okay, if I had to give you an X and a Y axis, okay, and on the one axis, it's all the things I love doing and all the things I hate doing. And on the other axis is all the things I'm good at and all the things that I'm bad at. What falls into, from a Prelene perspective, what falls into what I'm bad at and I hate doing, into that box, into that quartile?
Ironically, it's probably the reason why I'm talking to you today. I really don't like employee relations. I really don't like managing that aspect of the business. I find it very difficult. It is something, I mean, it's different going from building your career as a PR specialist, communications person, and then moving into it being an entrepreneur, and then figuring out along the way you're not just doing what you love to do every day, but now you've got this whole like HR section that you've never been trained in or learned in, and it's managing that. So I think that's something that I struggle with and something I really don't like doing.
So if I extrapolate that, right, a little bit further, right, and say now you are 10 people, you're going to have not 2 employees, you're going to have 9 employees. Which is going to be triple the problem, right? So my question is, why do you want to grow? If the consequence of growing is all the things that you don't want to be doing, why does Prelene want to grow?
I kind of feel like there is no other option. You know, I started the agency to one day be very successful and be leading in different aspects in this industry. I really do love everything that we do at Mantra, but we can't stay this small forever, you know, and that's not even the idea. The idea is to grow. I think if no entrepreneur starts a business and just wants to stay where they are for the rest of their life. So, and unfortunately, that means getting more people on board. I think in my head, the idea is that when we are big enough, there is a HR person that comes in and manages this on my behalf, and I won't need to be as involved as I currently am. But in terms of scaling the business and growing, I feel like that's inevitable.
Prelene, I think I've got enough. We're going to take a break now. When we come back, I'm going to give Prelene and yourselves something to think about. Stay tuned.
MTN SME Hub, link to business success.